So I think I'm gonna finish on time. So I'm vlogging it for my writing series and like finishing my novel on camera. Good morning guys and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today is, I think, the next update in my writing series. And if it's not, that's awkward. But I just got back from Starbucks. I literally spent all day at Starbucks. I got there around 9 a.m. this morning and it's just now 7:20-ish. We left around like 7 exactly. I had a good day, I think, writing, but I'm here to tell you that I'm very, very close to being done with my thesis, and in this episode of the writing series, the writing episode series, excuse me, I'm going to be finishing my thesis. And I know that I'll be finishing it because it is due in 3 days. So I'm gonna be vlogging over the next 3 days about finishing my thesis and struggles that I'm having over the last stretch of writing a novel, because I've never finished a novel before. If you've been keeping up with my channel or with this series, then you know that I tried to do NaNoWriMo, and which turned into DecemberWriMo, and I was still unsuccessful at the end. I tried to finish the last novel that I was working on before I got started on this one, and this one has a real due date. That one didn't. But this real due date is August 1st. Today is July 27th, and it's like 7:20 p.m., 7:30 p.m.-ish on July 27th. So I have the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th of July to finish this novel completely. Wait, do I have more days? Oh, and the 31st, so maybe 4 days. Either way, I don't have a lot of time left and I have to finish it. So I'm going to be vlogging over the next 3 or 4 days of me finishing up my thesis, like my novel, and talking through what it's been like. And the reason why I'm doing this vlog is because I feel like I can actually accomplish it. Last time I felt like I could actually accomplish it also, but I also hadn't been writing at all, so I don't know why I felt that way. But this time I actually have been writing. I've been making progress every day, nearly every day, and I am confident that I can finish the project before the deadline. And then once August 1st hits, that's when I start like rough revising, I guess, for draft 2, and draft 2 is due on August 26th, so I only have 26 days to do my rough revise. I don't know if that's a real thing, but that's what I'm doing, and draft 2 is what I'm turning in at the beginning of the fall semester. But yeah, so I am gonna be finishing up draft 1 in this vlog, and that's just so exciting to me, and I've never done that before, so I'm really excited to take you along for this journey in writing episode number 9, I think. I'm not really sure. But if you're seeing this, then I definitely finished my novel. So spoiler alert, I finished by the end of this video. But that's so exciting. I guess I should talk to you about struggles I've come to today and like what I've been doing up to this point. So let me just go into my room. So this is my thesis project. I started this draft on May 15th, I think. And I wasn't supposed to start until June 30th, like I was supposed to keep outlining until then, but I finished with the outline and I was like, what does it hurt to start 15 days early? So I did. I started 15 days early. My outline wasn't as helpful. I mean, it was helpful. It kept me like on track, but it wasn't super helpful with what exactly I wanted to happen. So I ended up having to pause and outline a lot, and that's okay. Hold on, I'm trying to type my password, but I can't remember the letters I've typed. Okay, ooh, okay, still have it pulled up. Okay, so this is my draft. I'm writing in Evernote, which is a really cool app. Yeah, a lot of business people use, I guess. I talk about it a lot, especially in like my productivity videos, so if you want to hear about Evernote, just go watch those. I'll link them up above and down below. Yeah, anyway, so I'm writing in Evernote, and when I started on May 15th, I just like wrote, you know? And what I do is I keep my outline in like my draft, so that as I'm I have another copy of it elsewhere, so I have my outline still. But anyway, so I keep a copy in my actual draft, and then as I tick off like bullet points in my outline, I erase them so they start disappearing. So technically I started with about 10,000 words of outline, but I deleted them as I went, and now I only have a little bit left. So I was writing, and then I got really, I guess, discouraged and had to skip a little bit because I like wasn't doing well writing. And then I was doing really well writing. I was at 30 something when I left for my Europe trip. But the week before my Europe trip, I wasn't doing well mentally, I guess. I just needed a break from everything. I did nothing for like nearly 2 weeks actually before I left, and then I really struggled to pull myself out of that. I don't know if you remember or if you watched that video where I was telling you about my trip, but I said I was having a rough time. Anyway, so then I left for my trip, and so basically I didn't write anything for like a month in the middle. So me starting 15 days early was good. And then I had to split up my outline so that I could write different parts and get through it faster because I wasn't inspired to write where I was like in chronological order, if that makes sense. It's about 2 weeks ago I got back from my Europe trip, and I immediately set to work. I was like, my draft is due in 2 weeks-ish, I gotta do this. 2.5 weeks, I gotta do this. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been doing really good. I hit 50K on Thursday of this past week, so I hit 50K on today's the 27th, the 25th, I hit 50K. That was amazing because about this time last year I hit 50K in my other novel also, and that was just really exciting. But today I hit 55,000-ish. I'm a little bit over 55,000. But what I had this morning was 2 sections that I skipped left, and I have already written like the ending. I know how it ends. I even have like an idea for an epilogue, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know, we'll talk about it later. But I had 2 sections that I skipped, and today I bridged one of those sections, so now I only have 1 section left to write. But then in the first section I skipped several things that are very, very, very vital. I skipped 5 very important conversations, and I believe that those 5 conversations will be about 1,000 words each, so 5 more 1,000 words that I skipped back there. But I'm saving that for last because it's the most important part of my novel in a way, but also the hardest thing to write. So that's what I'm doing, or that's what I'm saving for last. But then that means that I only have 1 section left to write, really. And I've started working on it a little bit today after I finished the first bit. And if I work really, really hard, I could finish it tonight, but I'm aiming to finish it tomorrow. And then I can use Monday, Tuesday, and a little bit of Wednesday to finish the hard parts that I was just telling you about, those 5 very important conversations that I skipped. So that's kind of the plan. I wrote almost 5,000 words today, which doesn't sound like a lot for me being at Starbucks all day, actually, now that I think about it, but that's okay. Oh wow, the lighting just got so good. Yeah, so that's the plan, and I'm super excited to bring you along on this journey of finishing my first novel ever. So that's really exciting, and I pinky swear I'm going to finish because this one has a due date. The other one didn't really have a due date, so I kept pushing it back and pushing it back, and then I just had to set it aside. But this one will be done, so I'm super excited, and I hope that you're super excited too. Hello. It's Tuesday now. Last update was on Saturday, maybe? I've been writing every day, even when I've been busy doing other things. Mostly when I'm at work is when I write, because that's when I have time, and then when I'm done working, I've written so much that day that I don't usually write that much when I get home. But anyway, it's Tuesday. That means it's July 30th. I have today and tomorrow to finish up my first draft, to finish on time, which I truly believe that I can do. I think that I can finish it on time. And I'm planning on going to Starbucks after I eat dinner so that I can work while Starbucks is open, because that's when I can get my creative juices flowing. And then maybe after Starbucks closes, because they close kind of early, then I will go home and write more. We'll see. I'm just not sure, but I did a little calculation in my notebook of how many scenes I have left to write. Basically all I have left are scenes that I have skipped. So I've written all the way through except for certain things that I've skipped. Anyways, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 scenes to write, and then one more scene to add to. So 13 scenes to finish up until I'm done with my first draft. Whoa. And see, I was thinking about this on my way like home from work today, that I could probably continue writing on my first draft for ever and just keep adding things, because not everything that I've written is like up to par or anything, and I could keep calling it my first draft as I add things to scenes that I don't think are like good. But I'm not gonna call that my first draft, because after tomorrow, no matter what I have, I'm gonna finish on time. But after tomorrow, no matter what I have, Thursday, I am starting draft 2. And draft 2 is where I move my manuscript from Evernote, which is a really cool app that I talk about all the time, to just a Word document, so that when August 26th rolls around, the day that I have to turn it in, draft 2 will be in a Word document, a shareable format. And yeah, that's the plan. I have much excitement within me. I told myself I'd go to Starbucks after dinner, but I'm like not hungry. So that means I have to wait, or I can keep working until I get hungry and then go to Starbucks. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really excited. I'm gonna finish the first draft of my novel within the next 48 hours. And that's insane. So, thanks for watching me do that, you know? Okay, it is Wednesday, July 31st. It's my last day to finish draft 1, and I'm gonna do it. I'm only 5 scenes away. I've written 5 scenes today, so 5 more. It's only 4:45, so I still have all evening. I think I'm gonna go back to Starbucks after dinner and finish up, because I'm doing it. I'm gonna finish draft 1, and that's so exciting to me. Usually when I vlog, things start falling apart, but this time they didn't, probably because I don't vlog while I'm writing. I vlog when I'm really excited after I get off work. So I'm really excited. I only have 5 more scenes. 5 more scenes, and then 2 things in other scenes that I thought of that I need to check on and like I think add a little bit. And then I'm gonna start draft 2, and draft 2 is where I'll do the rest of the revisions that I've been keeping track of. But the 2 things that I'm gonna go back and check are pretty big, I think. Draft 2 starts tomorrow, and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna fangirl a little bit later when I finish, and I'll let you know exactly what time I finish, what day, and I think it'll be very exciting to one day look back on this vlog and be like, wow, Leia finished her draft at blah blah time on July 31st, 2019. Wow, I'm shaken, honestly. I am so excited to finally finish this draft. I've been working on it all summer, and I'm just pleased. Also, look, I got a new band for my Fitbit. Isn't it so cute? Okay, I'm gonna go. Excuse my face, but it's 11:53 on July 31st, 2019, and I just finished my first draft. I'll give a better update tomorrow when it's not midnight. but I just finished my first draft. I can finally go to sleep. I almost can't believe it. I just feel like it's not done. We'll talk tomorrow. I'm going to bed. Alright, it is officially the next day. I got off work a couple of hours ago. I've been chilling, looking at some things. Anyway, so as you just saw last night around 11:54, something like that, I finished the first draft of my thesis. This is the very first time I've ever finished a draft of this magnitude, and also just ever. I've completed one other story, and it was a short story, only 20 pages, and I'm quite proud of that story, and I will forever count it as my first, but this just feels so much bigger to me because I have been working on it for 2.5 months now, actively, and I finished last night, and I finished on time, and that is a huge deal for me. I rarely ever finish, let alone finish on time. So when I finished writing, at first I was just like, this doesn't feel any different. Like, it doesn't feel like it's done. But then I reached over to the camera, and before I even turned it on, I was just like, I just finished the first draft. So today I haven't worked on it at all. I decided to give myself a 1-day break. I'll get back to it tomorrow. Tomorrow I have jury duty in the morning. I'm actually driving home to my parents' house tonight, but I have jury duty in the morning. And then I have all day because I am getting dinner with my grandparents, but no plans during the day unless jury duty lasts forever, which is possible, but I doubt it. Yeah, so my first draft is done, and draft 2 begins tomorrow really. And that's all that I'm gonna include in this video. I don't know if that's an exciting installment or not. I'm very excited, and I hope that you guys are excited for me at the very least. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on my thesis and like everything as I'm working on it. So my plan is to finish draft 2 by the first day of school, which is August 26th. And draft 2 is really just a read through and fix what you find type of thing. I have a list that I've been keeping up with as I've written draft 1 of things that I need to address come draft 2 that I didn't feel like going back and fixing right then because I didn't want to waste time on it. But now, gotta fix it. And then I'm gonna turn draft 2 into my advisor, I think. This is my plan. I don't even know if my advisor is gonna agree to this, but turn that into my advisor and then take a month off, basically, to write the introduction, because my thesis is an academic project, so the introduction is going to be like the writing process and like the literature review and stuff like that. Other types of literature in the genre that I've written in, I'm going to be discussing that and then talking about how and why and the ways in which I wrote this one. And then once I have that all written out, I planned on adding to the introduction as I keep writing, but I just need like a baseline to, add to. But then when I get all the feedback back from my advisor/advisors, then I'll start revising. And I don't know, it's August, what day is this going up? Well, right now it's August 1st, but August 22nd I think is when you're gonna see this, which is a little bit far away, but I'm planning on doing the next update in like December or January, so I'll let you know where I am on my project then, which I hope I'm at least halfway finished, because I am defending in May, which means I'm basically presenting my project. Yeah, I'm so happy, but also a little bit freaked out. Like, I've never done the next step before. I've never revised a finished draft before. And when I revised that short story that I was telling you about that I finished, I had to do some major plot changes, and that was really hard on 20 pages. I don't even know how many pages my draft is now. because it's not in page format, but it is 70,159 words, which I think is a solid first draft because most of the notes that I have are adding things, so I don't think I'll lose too much of that word count in this first round of quick edits. I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit surreal. I can't believe that it's done, and I can't believe that I now have a finished draft of something that could potentially be on bookshelves and store shelves and on Amazon and stuff. So I'm just a little bit shook right now. Anyway, yeah, I have a lot to do to get ready to go home tonight, so I'm gonna sign off here, but thank you so much for coming on this very short, very quick journey with me of finishing my first draft, and I'm so happy to be able to tell you that I've accomplished something, because I feel like every time I try to do this type of video, I'm just like, didn't finish, it's okay, next time, and I just am constantly admitting failure, which is fine, because I fail a lot and it's good to admit that, but I wanted to share something where I didn't fail, and I have now, and that is, I'm just overwhelmed with joy and scaredness. So anyway, thank you for coming along this journey with me, and stick around until December/January, at least, to see how it's going. When you're watching this, draft 2 is either finished or almost finished, so ask me on Twitter how I'm doing. My Twitter is linked below, or I will just put it on the screen. Anyway, I'm just gonna say goodbye. I'm just talking to talk now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe so you can join my family. Hit the little bell to get notified whenever I post a video so you don't miss it. And that's it. So have a great morning, and if I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.